Wirral Sea Angling Academy is run by Ben Koba, who was, by his own admission, he was homeless, he was addicted to heroin, he was living in a tent in a train station car park in Birkenhead. But he found fishing and got his life back. And Wirral Sea Angling Academy is about to become a community interest company. Ben is with us now. Hi, Ben.
Hiya.
Mate, what a turnaround. So you were living in a tent in a train station car park, you were hooked, and all of a sudden, well, it was all of a sudden, but something happened to turn your life around.
Yeah, it was kind of like a moment of clarity. I was sat there one day and I just realised that if something didn't drastically change and very soon, then I was going to die there.
So what did you do to change that?
Well, I thought I've got to start using my time more productively. I'd done fishing as a kid. I used to fish club matches and stuff, so I knew what I was doing. And one day I just thought to myself, do you know what? I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to go and get myself a rod. I'm going to go fishing and see where it takes me. So then when my meagre benefits came into my accounts, I went up to Laird Street, got myself a rod and reel, a couple of bits and pieces, went fishing and never looked back.
So what was it like when you cast for the first time in ages, when you just threw that hook in the water? What was that like?
Liberating.
Was it?
And I mean, the first whiting I caught, tears run down my face because I hadn't felt that normal in years.
And that's what it's about, though, isn't it? It's about sometimes you just can't buy normality. You can't put a price on normality. Just humdrum sometimes is so attractive.
Yeah, indeed.
And do you fish now? Do you still get that time on your own? I know you're involved with, with the project at the moment.
So when I'm working, I'm taking guys fishing. When I'm off, I'm going fishing, taking my kids. But I mean, I get as much of a high of seeing my participants catch them as I do of actually catching myself. And you see, my theory is that we've still got all this primordial circuitry in our brains, the fight or flight mechanism, the hunter-gatherer instinct.
Yeah.
And it's just not catered to in modern society. This leads to alienation, drug dependency, alcoholism, gambling, depression. Now, for me, the fishing is a way for us to reconnect with the natural world, reconnect with our natural selves. I get as much of a serotonin and dopamine hit of catching a fish or seeing one of my guys catch a fish as I used to do off intravenous drugs. And
when you say your guys, are these your mates or are these fellas who come along to the project?
That helps me. My team that helps me are all friends of mine, and I've got a really good, loyal team. I've got some great lads behind me who help me. But anyone who comes fishing, if they catch anything, I'm absolutely buzzing for them.
It sounds like an easy road, this Ben, that, you were in a sticky situation, to say the least, and then you went fishing, then all was rosy. I'm sure it wasn't like that, but the fishing, I'm sure, was the trigger. That was the start.
That was my vehicle.
That was your vehicle. Yeah. And tell me about the project you're involved in now. This is all legitimate project, and you're waiting for some funding.
In 2018, we got constituted as a not-for-profit organisation.
Yeah.
And we've been chugging along like that. Now we're about to become a community interest company, which means we can apply for funding. Might actually be able to get some wages after 4 years, which would be nice. And, the more funding we get, the more people we can reach, the more people we can take out, the more people we can help.
And what about the people that you do help? How many people have you helped with the academy? And can you? I
must have had around 500 people out easily.
Really? Oh, and what's it like when you see the change? I mean, there will be some people, and this is just real life, isn't it? There will be some people who will fall by the wayside, and sadly you can't help. But what's it like when somebody's life is turned around, or that vehicle that you've got helps somebody else? That must be a buzz for you.
Well, the guys on my team who help me facilitate events, for the most part, started off with me as clients. And they loved it. They've shown a real interest. And I kept inviting them back, and then I'm like, right, you want to give me a hand then? And that's how I mostly recruit me people, from the ranks of my clients.
And what about you now? Is your life fully turned around? I think you mentioned you take your kids fishing and everything now.
Yeah, I've got a brilliant relationship with my kids now. As good as it gets, I suppose.
You're not in that car park anymore, though, are you?
Well, indeed. I've got 4 walls and a roof. What more does a man need?
I'm fishing.
I'm fishing, yeah. Grand. It's not a bad old life.
So a CIC, that means a community interest
Company.
That means that you now can legitimately apply for grants and funding from places that will...
and we can do our own fundraising.
So where do we get in touch?
It's a scary concept becoming a CIC, because suddenly you're a proper registered company, you're liable for tax returns, but it was the way forward for us. It's really taken off. We're getting a lot of support right across the board.
Yeah, I mean, it's a responsibility, isn't it? But sometimes when somebody throws you that ball and you go, right, okay, this could be the making of me now. I've got these responsibilities. It's not just me. Other people are relying on me now. So you register with... right, as you say, you're registered with Companies House. You've got to put your accounts in. You've got to do X, Y and Z. It's all got to be done just so. I suppose, in a way, having that regimentation in your life probably helps as well, I'm guessing.
Well, indeed. It'll certainly help keep me on the straight and narrow.
Well, let's hope you be catch. How big are whiting, by the way? Are they little uns, are they, whiting?
Well, yeah, they're pretty small. They're a member of the cod family, and the Mersey is absolutely full of them in the winter. What we're looking forward to now is the arrival of the smooth hounds, which are a shark.
A shark,
okay. You get to about £15, and they're really common. I caught about 200 personally last year. To all intents and purposes, they look like a small shark. And the Mersey is brimming with them. A lot of people are always surprised to learn. There's bass, thornback rays, conger. There's all manner of exciting stuff in the Mersey. I mean, when I was a kid first fishing, you used to have to go to Anglesey to catch species like that. Yeah. Now it's all right on your doorstep. You can really see how much the river's cleaned up.
Well, yeah, the river was, it was just polluted, wasn't it? There was nothing much living in there at all. But yeah, you're right. Listen, really good to talk to you, Ben. Thanks very much. And what are you called, and how can people get in touch if they want more info?
Okay, so Whittlesea Angling Academy, we've got a group on Facebook, or you can add me on Facebook, Ben Koba. We're still in early days and ever so slightly disorganised, so we don't have a landline number yet, but you can reach us on 075 3474 8806. That's 07534 74 8806.
And Facebook as well, as probably all the details are on there.
If you Google me, Ben Koba, then my email addresses come up, phone numbers come up. We are quite easy to find. There's a number of newspaper articles online about our work.
Well, good on you. And you must be the only person in the country waiting on a landline now. Everyone's trying to get rid of them. I don't think anyone has a landline anymore. If you have, I don't think anybody uses them.
No.
All right, mate. Good to talk to you, and nice to know that you've got your life back on track, mate. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. So there you are. If you would like more information on that, they're up all over social media. Don't worry about the landline number. Whittlesea Angling Academy, and you can just look up Ben. Ben Koba is his name. So there you are.